This is probably gonna be like the hardest review I've ever had to record. Nope, I'm not doing it. And welcome to my safe haven, everybody. Thank you guys so much for clicking on my channel and joining me for a review here on the Black Gay Comic Geek channel. If this is your first time checking me out, hey, how's it going? Let me introduce myself. My name is Michael. I am the Black Gay Comic Geek, and I always say the things that I love to talk about on my channel has blood, sex, gore, and magic, or any variation of the four. So I like to talk about superheroes, I like to talk about comic books, I like to talk about action movies, I like to talk about video games, I like to talk about sci-fi, and I like to talk about fantasy, horror movies, and I like to talk about black representation and queer representation, or sometimes, or a lot of times, the lack thereof in sci-fi, fantasy, superheroes, comic books, video games, etc. So if that's something that you are interested in, if you are not a subscriber, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button. Become one of my safe Gaveneers, which is what I call my fans or my subscribers on the channel, kind of like how Mariah Carey calls her fans or subscribers, whatever. She doesn't have subscribers, but people that love Mariah Carey, they call them lambs, or you got the Beehive. You're my safe Gaveneers. Become a safe Gaveneer. But whether you are a safe Gaveneer, you're not a safe Gaveneer, if you could do me a favor and please hit that like button. It'll really help with the YouTube algorithm, getting this video and my channel out there. Make sure you watch, like, share, comment, interact on this video for the algorithm, or as I like to say, for the all gay rhythm. Which, speaking of, if this is your first time checking out my channel or you're a regular here on the channel, and you already know this part, but I also have merch. Click the link in the description box below to check out my merch store. But I'm bringing it up because I got a new shirt design. Just like, as I just literally just said, I always say for the all gay rhythm. I now got that on a shirt. So if you're interested, check it out. Support your boys. Support black content creators. Support queer content creators. But anyway, let's get on to the topic of this video. So I got a chance to see Jordan Peele's Nope. Thank you, Universal Pictures, for allowing me to see it earlier. I actually saw it on Monday. And again, I saw it again on Tuesday. If you haven't seen my straight out of the theater reactions, click the link up here. And so obviously the movie's not out yet. This is going to be a non-spoiler review for Jordan Peele's Nope. And so let's get the easiest part of this review out the way. Let me read the synopsis for you really quick. The residents of a secluded ranch in California bear witness to an uncanny and chilling discovery. And pretty much the entire marketing regarding this movie, like, they've kept the majority of the plot and what this movie is about very hush hush. Like, the trailers didn't tell you nothing, which I really enjoy, because trailers tell you way too much nowadays. Like, that's why I stopped watching like the Marvel and DC or superhero trailers, because especially like Doctor Strange, like, I knew the whole movie. That, like, I was not surprised pretty much throughout most of the movie, because I'm like, they saw this in a trailer. I saw this in a trailer. Same with Spider-Man Far From Home. I'm like, I saw this in a trailer. Saw this in a trailer. So I stopped watching Marvel and DC trailers. But like with this particular trailer, like, you knew nothing. Even the actors, hush hush. Like, all you could really glean from the trailer and the marketing was that it was some type of alien encounter of some kind. But like, even then you're like, or is it an alien invasion? Like, what is this movie? And suffice to say, after now seeing the movie 2 times, I am still saying, what the fuck did I just watch? And that's not in a bad way. And the reason I said that, like, this review is going to be hard, because it's a non-spoiler review. So all the things that, like, baffle me or confuse me, that I really want to talk about, obviously those are spoilers. The movie isn't out for the general public yet, so I can't talk about it. And then also, because the marketing has been more or less super secretive, you don't really know that much about this movie going into it. I can't really talk about that much about this movie. But I will say, getting the positives out of the way, and not even getting the positives out the way, because like I said, if you saw my straight out of the theater reaction, I did really enjoy this movie. But like I said, despite enjoying it, I still was incredibly confused. Now with that, like, this is a Jordan Peele movie, so you know, like, the score and the soundtrack, well, not the soundtrack, it wasn't really a soundtrack for this movie, but the score for this movie was great. You got Daniel Kaluuya, you got Steven Yeun, you got Keke Palmer, like those actors in this movie. And then there was another actor, he's like a Best Buy employee. He doesn't literally work at Best Buy, but that's basically what he is. He's like an employee for the Genius Bar at Best Buy. I'm not sure who the actor was, but every single actor in this movie, I really enjoyed their performance. And there were like the cinematography for this movie, like there were certain shots in this movie where it didn't even look like a movie. Like it literally looked like we were watching a documentary in the way the camera shifted and the movement of the camera and everything. So that kept the movie really intriguing. And with that, like the way this movie began, like this movie was definitely very creepy and there was a strong mystery element while watching them. Like even while you're watching the movie, like the way the scenes are crafted and the way the certain scenes are skipped and you see certain things from the end at the beginning and certain things from the beginning at the end, like all of that just made you go, like it really made you perk up. Because like I was like mad tired the first time I watched the movie and I was trying hard not to fall asleep, but the movie really kept me awake because that's how invested and interesting the movie, like from the beginning, the movie started like, here we go. And there's a lot of moments in the movie where the sound just completely disperses and it creates a very eerie feeling in the theater, almost kind of like how A Quiet Place was, where it's like if you hear any sound in the theater in A Quiet Place, like even if somebody's like digging in their popcorn bat and you hear the crinkling of the bat, you're like, what are you doing? So that's kind of the atmosphere that this movie created. It was a very creepy and eerie atmosphere, and I really enjoyed that. And also going back to it, like I love Keke Palmer. Like I haven't really seen a lot of like movies. It's like I never watched Shar Jackson. I think that's what the show's called. I never really watched a lot of stuff that Keke Palmer was in, but I've always known her since she was a kid. And like just something about her personality, and then like seeing her in Lightyear and like seeing the glow up and come up of Keke Palmer, like I just love her. So I love seeing her, you know, getting more roles and being more active in Hollywood. And then, you know, the fact that her character was queer, get some queer representation, which I actually just found out yesterday that Keke Palmer is bi in real life. And even though, because that's not a spoiler, because it doesn't really play that much into the movie, it's just there, but I at least still appreciate it was there. You know, representation equals normalization. And unlike something like a Stranger Things Volume 4, where you got Lucas in that blue, Caleb, I can't think of the actor's name, but in that terrible blue lighting, Daniel Kaluuya, who's also a dark-skinned black man, at least he was well lit in this movie. Because this movie was very dark most of the time, both in tone and in just lighting in general. With that said though, I do kind of feel like out of the 3 movies that Jordan Peele has done, again, I like this movie, but I think this is the one I liked the least. Obviously, Get Out is my favorite. Us is my second favorite, even though I didn't really care for the ending. And then for this one, yeah, I would say, so I guess technically speaking, I would say this is the weakest of the Jordan Peele movie. Now, again, I still like the movie, but this is the one I left the most confused because I do feel like there was a lot of narrative choices and a lot of narrative moments that were thrown into this movie that, at least for me, ended up being unresolved. And I was just like, I need to see a full director's commentary for this movie because I'm like, what was the point of this? What was the point of introducing this character? Why was this here? What is this supposed to represent? I don't understand this. I don't understand that. What happened? Like, I was, and especially the first time I watched it, like the first time I watched it, if you watched my review, my straight out of the theater review for the second half, I was just like, again, what the fuck did I just watch? I'm very confused. Like, I enjoyed what I saw, but I don't know what I saw. And being that I saw the movie twice, yes, on the second time, I understood more on the second viewing. And I feel like this is definitely a type of movie that you have to watch twice. Not even in the sense of like, oh, you got to watch it twice because it was so amazing. You got to watch it twice because the first time, you're just going to be like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what I just thought. I need time to process. Yeah, you need to watch it again to understand. And not even in a good way. Like, and not to say the movie's bad, but not even in a way of like, say, for example, like Get Out, where it's like, oh, you watch it the first time, you understand the twist and turns and where Get Out is going. So now you watch it a second time to try to see the subtle hints of like Rose and her family. And you're just like, oh, I can see it now on the second viewing. So like, it makes that more enjoyable. Me, no. I was like, I need to watch this movie again because I'm just like, maybe I can learn. I don't know what but yeah, I don't even really know what else to say because the stuff I really want to talk about is spoilers. So I'm definitely going to have to do a spoiler review for this movie, but I do think and I do feel like this movie is worth watching. Even if you end up disliking it, it's still worth watching just for the sake of like the story, and because everybody has their own different interpretation, because there are some people that really enjoy this movie, there are some people that thought it was more mid, and there are some people that hated this movie. And I actually got off the phone with one of them on FaceTime, and I was just like, yeah, I mean, everybody really knows by this point, but like Sharonda from Pay Her Weight, like she FaceTimed me like literally after the movie was over, and she hated the movie, like, and I could understand why she didn't like the movie, because there were a lot of plot elements that ended up unresolved and things that made me go, what was the point of it? Like, I agree with all of that, but at the same time, like, from the acting, the score, the cinematography, and everything like that, I still ended up enjoying the movie based off of that. But I still left this movie kind of like, because I feel like Get Out was pretty straightforward. Us was pretty straightforward. Again, I didn't really care for the ending, but it was pretty straightforward. But for this, I'm kind of like, I don't understand what the message he's trying to get across and this what he's trying to, because, you know, Jordan Peele always has to have a message in his stuff, which is fine. And I love that. That's great. But I was just like, I don't get what the message, I don't get it. And I know for you all that are watching this review that haven't seen the movie yet, I know it was like very vague and confused, but you will understand after you see the movie. But also with that, like, this movie was also kind of like, there were jokes in this movie. The movie definitely had moments of fun and laughter. People in the audience were laughing. I was laughing. A lot of the jokes came from like people like Keke Palmer. Even Daniel Kaluuya had moments of, you know, like, especially because, like, you know, the movie's called Nope. You kind of see in the trailer where it's like, because that's definitely a black thing, where it's like, anytime you see some type of danger, you know, white people, they're like, is anybody there? Who's there? Answer me, or whatever. And black people like, yeah, nope, I'm no. Like, any type of danger, I'm going the other way. I'm not even going to try to bother. Like, hell nah. So you definitely had that interspersed throughout the movie, you know, and so that was fun. But like, yeah, overall, like, despite enjoying the movie and seeing it twice, I don't know if I would want to see it again. Like, I think after this, I'm like, all right, I'm good. It was a moment. I had a good time. I don't think it, like, Us, I would revisit. Get Out, I would revisit. I don't know if I would I mean, obviously, I saw it twice already, so I technically did revisit it. But on my own dollar, I don't know if I would revisit it. So I definitely think it's worth watching. You probably need to watch it a second time, but then after two viewings, I don't think you need to watch it again. So I think for me, I would say Nope is a very low hit. Borderline, it's a low hit, borderline like a high breaking even. But anyway, once you guys end up seeing Nope in the theaters, come back to this review and let me know what you think in the comment section below. Also, even if you haven't seen it yet, just leave a comment in the comment section below. Again, for the all gay rhythm, like I said, watch, like, share, comment, interact on this video for the all gay rhythm. Hopefully you made it to the end of this video for the all gay rhythm, because YouTube does like watch time. And also, if you can, hit the like button. It'll really help with the YouTube algorithm. Hit the bell notification button so you're alerted every single time I post a new video. And then also, like I said, I will end up doing a spoiler review for this movie, so be on the lookout for that. I have to check to see who I'm going to have on, because, you know, Frankie's in LA. Ron is back, I believe, because he went to Dallas for DreamCon. So I'll have Ron on when he sees the movie. I tried to get him to come with me yesterday, but then they sent me an email like, oh, we're no longer allowing +1s. And I'm like, rude. I think I might have Robbie on again from Double Minority, if you follow him on TikTok, because he's seeing it on Thursday. Oh, also on Movie Files' channel, Elliot, I will be doing a pre-recorded live. We're recording tonight, so I'll be doing a pre-recorded live for Nope that will be releasing on his channel on Friday. So be on the lookout for that, and tell your friends, families, and neighbors about my channel to help me continue to grow. I am getting closer and closer and closer to 6,000 subscribers. Let's go from 6,000 to 1 million, as somebody said in the comment section. So to infinity and beyond. But anyway, yeah, that's pretty much it. And as always, I will catch you guys next time.